team that brings you more local news. Live from Fisher Plaza, KOMO-4 News. First for local news.
We are monitoring major breaking news out of New York City this morning. Let's take you there live. We are getting live satellite pictures of one of the World Trade Center buildings where a plane has reportedly crashed into the tower. In just moments, we will be back to this live video with the very latest on the story.
Right now, we want to check in with Rick Van Cise. He's keeping an eye on the forecast and time-saver traffic. Rick?
All sunshine today and highs in the mid-70s. Right now at SeaTac Airport, we're at 56 degrees and continuing to watch all the situation with weather around here. It's looking very nice. Now, our time-saver traffic update, no backups at all, any of significance. We're watching the 167 here at 222nd. We're seeing just some rolling slowdowns there. We're still accident-free. The floating bridges are fine. No other problems or any delays anywhere right now are blocking accidents. We'll keep you up to date, of course, in time-saver traffic and the weather. Now, with all the breaking news, more on this morning's happenings. Here are Gary and Margot.
We thank you very much, Rick. Let me explain to you what's going to happen here. We're going to put up live pictures coming to us from New York City. This is a major breaking story out of New York this morning. There are reports from one of the CNN vice presidents that he witnessed a plane hit the top of one of the World Trade Centers. This would be building number 1. As you can see, the holes are close to the top of the building. The CNN vice president saying that the plane deflected off to one side of the building. Now, you take a look at your clock. It is just now after 9 a.m. This happened approximately 15 minutes ago. Still a major commute time. There you can see a live explosion. Do you see the flames coming off the World Trade Center?
We just saw another plane come into the picture there. We do have a reporter, a KOMO radio reporter, who is live near the scene and saw what happened. Can you tell us what you're seeing?
Yes, I'm sorry. There was another explosion with the World Trade Center just as we speak. And people are actually falling from the World Trade Center. It's completely engulfed in flames. I'm directly across the street at the Millennium Hilton on the 35th floor. And right in front of me right now, I can see the entire building engulfed in flames. People are trapped on the upper floors and are dropping to their deaths right in front of me.
Oh, my gosh.
It is the most horrible thing I've ever seen.
We're talking to Tammy Michaels of KOMO Radio, who is in New York City. We can see flames going out of the building now, and we have just seen what appears to be a second plane crash into the World Trade Tower.
Into building number 2.
It is building number 2, and you can see there is just smoke pouring out of the building here. We have reports. Tammy says she can see people falling from the building. This is just a terrible situation going on right now in New York City.
It's unbelievable. The flames. We slept in this morning, and my window directly in front of me is the World Trade Center, and our curtains were partially open, and all of a sudden the entire building was just shaking. It felt like a bomb went off, and debris was just going everywhere. And I looked up, and I could just see the top of the World Trade Center exploding. And all I could think of was the fact that I knew this time of day there are people working in there.
Absolutely. Tammy, look over there now and tell us the difference that you have noticed in the last half hour. Since that second explosion that we saw just moments ago.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Look at your screen.
I'm sorry, they're making an announcement in the hotel. Oh, they're telling us to come down to the lobby. It appears that it almost appears like the planes are hitting the building deliberately in some way. My husband just mentioned, are they under attack? Because first the one building went and then the top of the other building, and we're in an upper floor, and they're telling us we have to go down to the lobby.
Tammy, can you stay on? You're on a cell phone, is that right? Or are you on a hard wire?
I can call you back on my cell phone.
All right.
Okay,
we're going to stand by and wait for your phone call. You go to safety and do what you need to do there. We will continue
the sky is the only thing I can tell you is the fact the sky is filled with smoke and debris, and that people are literally falling to their deaths in front of me.
Tammy, do you have a view of the street from
Yes, I do.
Are there fire trucks, fire engines,
There
sirens?
are fire trucks, there are fire engines, there are police cars, but there's no person that seems to be right in front of my view. I'm by the fountain. There are no human beings right there below me in that area, and I would assume that they're probably fighting the fire from the other side because there's no emergency vehicles. Oh, there's another person falling. This is just...
Okay. Tammy,
I'm going to call you from downstairs.
You go ahead and get to a safe place. We were talking to KOMO radio reporter Tammy Michaels, who is in New York City. She is at the Millennium Hilton, which is right across from the World Trade Tower here. And as we were watching, we had reports of first one plane crashing into the tower, and now it appeared that a second plane could have crashed into the tower there. The fuselage, it appears, is lodged in the building somewhere. We haven't seen any debris falling out, but we do see just black smoke boiling out. If you look carefully in there, you can also see flames in the building. Of course, this tower is 110 stories up, and it looks like these crashes are happening at least about 100 stories up.
Tammy mentioned it seemed almost deliberate, and as we were watching at the top of the hour, the first tower, Tower 1 burning, you saw the jetliner. It looked like a twin-engine 737, possibly 757, hard to tell. It went by, and it too crashed into the second building, the one that houses the... There you go, Rick. Picture once again, right after that jet, and if they can back it up a little bit, you can see that it was a twin-engine jetliner of some kind. Was crashing into that, and you have to wonder if these were deliberate. I mean, air traffic control certainly wouldn't put one, let alone two airplanes right in the path of the World Trade Center. These were the sites, as you both know, of a terrorist attack back in the late 80s, early 90s, the bombing there below. 90s. So you have to wonder if these are big targets or what exactly is going on.
As you know, we are monitoring these pictures live. All of this is just off the cuff here. We're going to talk directly to our editors and ask them to queue up the second plane colliding into the World Trade Center. If we can do that in slow motion, we'll bring that to you as soon as they have it ready. Meantime, some facts that we know about the World Trade Center. We're talking 1,368 feet. Here's the video once again of the second plane crash coming in.
Actually, Don Daler is there for ABC.
Bring up the sound of Don Daler from ABC and see what they're telling us from New York. Do we have his audio?
They are so majestic as they stand above the skyline of New York that it's very difficult for emergency workers or firefighters to fight these. We have a witness who was called in to speak to us. His name is Karim Haroki. Mr. Haroki, did you, as I understand, they're telling me in my ear, is it true that you witnessed the first plane hit the tower?
Yeah.
Could you give me some sort of a description of it?
I was sitting in my car here in Greenwich, you know. I just saw the plane is coming down from the left side and going straight to the building, you know, and going inside.
It actually went inside the building.
Excuse me?
It flew right into the building.
I saw it coming from the left, and I saw the plane coming through to the building. I go inside. It's a small plane.
You say small plane. Was it a jet?
Excuse me?
Was it a jet plane?
No, it was plane, you know, like they teach the people for the plane is like a small plane, you know. It's that kind of plane.
You mean like a small single or double engine
yeah, double
plane.
Engine, yeah.
Right, and it actually went into the building there on the upper floor.
Yeah, going into the building. And I never saw that plane before. It's like something, I don't know, it's like they work with the motor. I never saw a plane like that before. Yeah.
All right,
my car, she's nice.
Mr. Haroki, you are down in that area right now then?
Yeah, I'm in Greenwich here on North Mall Street.
Can you tell if there's a large number of fire equipment and emergency equipment on the scene?
Let you know that we're listening in on early coverage from Good Morning America, network coverage from New York City. If you were just tuning in this morning, there has been some sort of a major catastrophe involving the World Trade Centers. At least two planes have crashed into what appears to be one of each of the World Trade Towers.
Each of the towers. And just moments ago, we were on the phone with a KOMO radio reporter, Tammy Michaels, who was staying in a hotel across the street there. And she said it just felt like an explosion, like a bomb had gone off. They looked out their window. This is video as we were watching that was a second plane that came in and crashed into the second tower. And we could see it there as it happened, just a huge explosion, a huge ball of fire, and then you can see the smoke pouring out. Our reporter was telling us that there are sirens, there are fire engines. The big question, how do you fight a fire when it is 110 stories up?
Rick Van Cise is our resident aviation specialist. Rick, could you tell the type of aircraft that you saw there in that video?
The second one that we saw was definitely a jetliner of some kind, a twin engine. It could have been a 737, 757, maybe an Airbus twin engine jet. It was too hard to tell from the quick pass through there. Early reports from the vice president of CNN who witnessed the first first crash into the World Trade Center, number one, indicated he thought it was a 737. But then as we were watching those pictures a moment ago, a second plane went in, and it looks like it hit the other one that's right behind it. Now, the second tower carries, of course, windows on the world and the observation deck. The first tower that was hit has television antennas on top of it and is a big office building. It is so high up. I mean, we're talking a quarter mile up. How do you fight a fire like that?
1,368 feet.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. We're getting word that we now have coverage from WABC TV in New York City. We're going to join them in progress.
Story high towers have now been hit. There is chaos here.